Hey guys, it's me, Kelly, and I'm gonna take a break for the mixed media girl. Uh, you know, uh, Stuff that we're doing the mixed media for beginners and that kind of thing. I got a request to do a more gothic kind of looking girl, so I'm gonna go with that today. Now, as you can see, and this is something that will help you understand this a little bit more. This is the folk art girl in a sense, and you can see I've talked about this before on the many drawings that I've done on my channel, but you can see her face is round, and that's kind of what gives it the folk art, more of a I don't want to say non-realistic face, but it makes it a younger looking face. It makes it, like I said, it's a younger looking face. Now you can definitely draw this kind of face if you want and play around with it and do the dark eyes and eyebrows and that kind of thing, because really what you're going to see is with the goth girl, and I have a million different goth girls that I've done. I've done one like this, this type of face, and I've done the longer faces which is what I'm going to do today, which is more of like an upside down egg. It's like an oval. But honestly, if you do something like this, if you're starting out drawing and you do something like this, you can play this up so well and make, whatever you want it to be. I'm going to start this out by making that knot. Okay. I'm going to start this one out. I'm going to draw it. And what I'm going to do is do this as another canvas coming up, because I am doing the other painting, the mixed media, for a giveaway, but I know a lot of you like the darker kind of things like I do. So because the first mixed media one that I'm doing and I give away, it's once I give it away, it's more brighter colors. It's pink, it's green, and it's that kind of thing. Where this is going to be more of a my favorite color, purple, like the purple and that kind of thing. Black, that kind of vibe to it. Also, I'm going to be putting up a vlog later today or tomorrow. I've been writing down all the questions. I've not been on Facebook or YouTube or anything really since Thursday, so I've not been feeling well. So I have so many questions to answer and so many things I want to discuss and answer for you guys and everything else. So I'll probably do that in my next vlog, which might be later on today or tomorrow. We'll see how that all goes. So let's start here. Now, I'm going to use just a regular pencil, and please forgive if this goes in and out until we get some writing on here, some graphite. There we go. Okay, so this kind of, we're going to do, like I said, kind of like an upside down egg. You want it to be oval. Now, very lightly, and it doesn't matter what kind of pencil you use. This is just a school number 2 pencil, but very lightly, just go around. And you're going to see, okay, obviously the chin and that kind of thing. Now, I know right here on this outside, I'm going to keep that outside line. Now, you can go back in and change once we get the face and all in. Usually I do the eyes and everything first. This time I'm going to do the structure of the face. And why I'm doing that is because I think it's easier when you're learning. And I'm just taking some of those lines off. Nothing has to be perfect. It's just so you have an idea. All right. And now you can see, like I said, and I'm doing this a little bigger here because I want you guys, I'm going to cut this down here, but I want you guys to really see. So make sure, when you're doing this, do it big like this the first time till you get the feeling, because now we can edit down. Now I'm going to go backwards doing this. And I know that sounds bizarre, and well, let's face it, I'm bizarre, and I just have okay, I couldn't find my pencil. I was like, where'd it go? Okay, so down here, like I said, we kind of want this thinner, and you can see how it resembles an egg, right? Upside down egg. I guess it would be upside down. I don't know whoever said the egg was upside down, but it is. Okay, so I'm going, and I want you guys to try it this way, doing a face, and this is any face you do. Try it, because and we'll go straight on face. I was going to do 3/4, but I might do that in the next one. And I'm just going to take that up basically in half. I'm more concerned with this down here because we're going to start with the mouth. And we can always adjust this to be, closer, whatever you want. What was I going to, I was just going to say something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. So this is going to be her chin. Now we can also bring this up a bit. I always think that when you're starting to learn how to draw, or in the beginning of you drawing, you know, this is a great way to do it. Because like I said, if I did her right now and did her lips and everything, she'd be a little long in the face. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but I want it to be a little bit, I want it to be in between a, younger face and an older face, if that makes sense. So let's see here. So I'm going to put her lip line right here. Now, again, you know, I tell you guys, I'm horrible because of my hands, and straight lines and me are not friends. So you could take a piece of paper or whatever you have and just do your line across and try to make it even on both sides of that. And this is going to be our lips. So let's concentrate on the lips. So this is a good trick. You see these lines right here, right? This line. Now, I have so many drawing books, and this is in every drawing book I have. I swear it is hysterical. But I'm going to put a circle here up against that line, and I'll bring this up to you, to the camera to see. And another circle here. Okay? Let me show you. See? Now, try to make the circles as even as you can. If you have a circle template, which I obviously have not looked for mine yet or found it, you see what I'm saying. So we're just going to do our best there, and that's our two circles. That's going to be the top of our lip. Now under here, what you want to do is an oval, and make it as, you know, even as you can. Really, when you're drawing for the first time, now you can see, come on, clear up there. Now you can see where, and why I love working on a camera, using your phone to look at things, take a picture and look at it. I can see that this is not obviously as wide as this side. So I kind of want to fix both, really. Shorten this side and then bring this side over a little bit more. But again, when we go to add the lips on like they go, you'll see. You can always adjust it and all. Now, I have a tendency, because of my hands and my wrists and everything giving me a lot of issues, I tend to draw a little bit crooked. I used to beat myself up over that. I would beat myself up terribly over that, but anymore, I don't. It is what it is. I do my best. There's nothing I can do. My hands and body just don't like to work sometimes. So, okay, so here we have our lips. Now, you can erase this line inside the bottom line if you want. And let me take my pencil here. Now, this is going to be our middle, and I'll bring this up to the camera. I'm going to do this a little darker. When you do it, don't do it as dark. But this is going to be, you see how we did that line inside? It's like a, you know what I mean? We traced this right here. And we made that right there. That's kind of what you want to do. Not kind of, it is what you want to do. And you want to take it over like that and just swoop it down and over and take it down. I'm going to make this darker. And we got the top lip. Now we're going to go to the bottom lip. So you want to go to the end of the line that you drew here. Oh my God, focus. It is not being loving today. And you want to take it down and connect it. And I'm going to show you this up close. Okay, see how we did it? We took it, we did this over here. It gives you that automatic little dip right there. And then you take it down, connect it with that line, and then just take it down and connect it there. Very simple. If you just practice a bunch of lips for 10 minutes in your book, your journal, your art journal, whatever, I suggest this, and I've told a lot of people this, when we've discussed doing these kind of things, take your art journal. So many of you art journal. Take your art journal, take a page, and practice lips. Say you do 20 lips. And really, the less you think about it and the less stress and pressure you put on yourself, you will see that you will get it like that. But take it, do your lips, do 20 of them, all right? And then you go on to the nose. And the nose is so fun because you can do it in so many different ways and get so many different, you know, results to that. And then work on the eyes, which as well are very fun because there's so many different ones. So nothing is wrong. Do you know what I mean? The only thing I'm going to tell you, and I try to do my best with it. Again, I can't. But when you do the eyes, and that's why a piece of straight paper or something, and I'll show you when we get up there, you want it to be kind of as spot on as you can. Now, not everybody's eyes are equal or symmetrical, whatever word I want to say. But you'll have that enough when you draw it. You don't want to have an eye up here and an eye down here, if that makes sense. And we'll talk about that more when we get up there. So now I'm just going to go over this. Let's finish the lips so I can, otherwise I'll talk your ear off. And bring it back down and connect it, all right? And that's it. So we have our lip done. Now you see where we have our line drawn here. I'm going to scooch that in. That's the line that we drew that we put our circles on. And then it kind of goes up and down. And that's kind of how you're going to make it a little curve. It doesn't have to be major. Okay, let me show you this. Should have brought my camera down lower. But look. And we have our lips. It's lips off. Lift off. Okay, that wasn't very funny. I realized after it came out of my mouth. Okay, so now go in and erase. I got to get my eraser stuff out. Erase your little lines and your little ball. And that's why you want to do it as lightly as you can with your pencil, but you don't have to, because if you're just practicing, the whole point is just practicing. Now, I'm going to just take this and go straight across because I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. I just want you to see the lips. Now look, we have our lip. Really, how easy. And like I said, it doesn't have to look like mine. You can do your circles here on each side of the line and 2 bigger circles on the bottom if you want it to be a little bit more pouty. It all depends on what you want. So again, okay, so now we're going to do the nose. And I'm only going to go up, I don't know, my dogs, you're going to hear them in a minute, maybe an inch. And I'm going to put the line here. Now you can start to see in a sense that this is going to be, even though a lot of this is going to be the hairline, it's kind of a little bit too big, but not worrying about it yet. So put your line as even as you can across. And again, I've done a million noses. I've showed you guys. It's so easy. Once you get the hang of it, just draw your little dip in your nose. All right, we got our little dip. I erase my line because I know where I'm at now. And all of this can be edited and played with. You know what I'm saying? And then just do your little, I do my little commas. That's the easiest one for me to teach you. Of course, why is my computer acting weird? Okay, now this can be connected or not. It depends on what you want. And then under here, of course, is a little darker because that's like the shadow of our nostril. And we got our nose. We got our nose. Again, in your art journal, practice it. Do 20 mouths and 20 noses, right? Because the fun thing about doing in your art journal, if I could finish a thought today at all, is that you sit and practice. You're not worrying about finding or wasting a piece of paper, because once you doodle and practice and do your thing, you take your gesso or your paint or whatever you're going, your collage paper, and you collage over whatever you did. Or you make it a mixed media background and that's just in the background, you know what I mean? And you use it as your art journal as you were going to do anyway. That way you're not wasting paper, because I know a lot of you are concerned and nervous. I've gotten a lot of, and I was going to talk about this in my vlog, but I'll talk about it now as well. A lot of you are concerned about starting to learn new things and wasting art supplies that you have. And I totally get that. I totally get, like, if, you know, you go to AC Moore and they have this book, it's, I always am buying them. The Canson mixed media, you know what I mean? And you go and you buy it, it's $5.88, and you maybe use a coupon and get it for $2, $3, and you go home and you use it as your art journal, or you buy an art journal, which nowadays art journals can be a little bit expensive if you don't make your own. And, you know, a lot of people don't like to practice because they don't want to waste the paper. And I totally get that. So you doing this in your art journal, or even if you do it on in this kind of journal, which I love these, or you use printer paper, it doesn't matter. You can go over it and make it into something else, and nobody will even know what you did underneath. So I hope that, I don't want to talk too much going through this, but obviously I am. Okay, so anyway, I'll talk about that in the vlog. Okay, so now we have our nose and our mouth. So now I'm going to go up, I should have marked this, but I'm going to go up, maybe right here, about 2 inches, let's say. Don't write me in the comments, that's not 2 inches. That's pretty much where I'm going to put it. I might bring it down a little bit more, actually. All right, yeah, I'm going to bring it here. And I'm just going to do a light line across. See that? Nothing. And that's going to be my guideline for my eyes. Now, the eyes, you can do a gazillion different ways. Now, I'm going to do a goth one, you know, darker goth one, which I love to do. I just lost my camera. So I think I might do a flat eye, which instead of doing, or I might do a smaller almond shape. Let's see what I can draw before I tell you anything. Because, okay. All right, so there's my eyes. That looks cool just like that. We could just put a mask on her. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, anyway, then that's getting into the whole 50 Shades of Grey, whatever the hell it's called. I have no idea what it's called. Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to put, we want generally the same width in between the eyes as the eyes are. So try to just a little bit. It doesn't have to be on point right now. Just try to have an idea. And I'm going to put my eyes here. So I'm going to start here. And I'm going to do like an almond shape eye. A thinner one. Now you can do a thicker one, and I could change this as well. But let's just do that. And then over here, the same thing. And you want your things to meet on the line, if that makes sense, because it gives it more of a shape. Now these are very small eyes, and I look at them and I'm like, oh, I'm not digging them too much because they're kind of like small, and I don't know if I could. I don't know. I might go a little wider. But you see, you don't have to. You can do, that's as simple as it is to get those almond shaped eyes. I think I'm going to go a little bit more. I like the big eyes. Not extremely big, but yeah, it's a little bit better. All right, and you're just doing this. And then you'll start where the line is and you'll go underneath. Again, you can do it very loosely with your hands to get those lines. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this paper or your ruler or whatever the heck you're using. And I want to make sure, now I can see this is straight here, but this, if you can see this little gap right here. So I'm going to take this line off a little bit. And I'm just going to take this down. It's just going to go a little bit more. And that makes it, for me, a little bit, you know, more in sync with each other. Now, here's the funny thing, and I'm sure you guys can see it because I can see it right off the bat. Can you guess? Look at the space over here compared to the space over here. So I know I'm going to have to cut this face down a little bit, but that's okay. We're not there yet. So now what you do is there's several ways you can do this. I like to put the eye lid in. So I go corner to corner again and just kind of skim over that lid. Corner to corner, and you can sketch it in very easily. Now you can go over it too, like over top here. I don't know, I don't do that, but I'm sure you can. All right, so we have our eyelids, and now we're gonna go for her eyes. And I'm just gonna, again, if you have your circle template, that would work good here. And I can see they're a little wonky on that one. This one, but I think that might be okay. And I'll just bring that in a little bit, and we can play more with that later. But that's basically where you're at with the eyes, right? And then you're going to put in the pupil. And the pupil, you never put the pupil right here. Okay, you never put it in the middle like that because it makes you, now unless you're like, I don't know, wanting like a surprise look, which you very well could. I don't know. But you put the pupil in, and you want it to be round like our pupils, and you just kind of put it in like that. Again, if you have your circle template or something that you use, they're not even, but I'm not caring right now because once I get in there and paint the eyes and do all that kind of thing or whatever, that'll work out. Now, the eyebrows. So let's do this. I'm going to erase now these lines. Okay. She doesn't look like a warrior anymore. All right. Very plain. And look, the face looks, I mean, she looks, you could tell that this is way too big up here, but it doesn't matter because we're going to edit this down here a little bit and edit that. And then you're going to see more of what you're using of the page and more, everything's going to be more into sync with drawing. Okay. So you'll see. So there we go. That's our face. Very simple, very easy. Again, just do it over and over again. I bet you guys sit and do it just like this and you guys are spot on. So I'm going to just do a little bit of eyebrows, and I'm going to do them very light because obviously I'm going to make her a little goth girl. So I'm going to give her a point up here. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now there's rules for eyebrows too. I don't want to throw too much on you guys, but and I'm just sketching these in like this because I'm not going to worry about those too much till I get, you know, get into doing the whole goth thing. So if you want to, our bridge of our nose, let's say we're going to go in and shade her, which I don't know if I'm going to shade her or not, but let's say you do. All right, so we're going to go in and like the width of your nose, all right, it like slims as it goes up. It gets smaller, like to the bridge of our nose. So when you take this up, you kind of want to go in a bit, and it kind of goes in with our eyebrow. Okay, now that's how you do it. Very simple. You can use this, you know, and you can do the other side as well. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Now, let me show you how to fix the face. So we see the chin, little long. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to take a little bit of it off. Don't be afraid, because you can still see underneath where you are. Now, I want it to kind of be right here. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, I'm just going to go right underneath that lip. And I'm going to take it up. And I'm going to take it down. And then I'm going to come up. See? And then erase off these. And we have, so far, our chin. Awesome. If you don't want to have your dark mark down there, wipe it off. Erase it off. Now you can bring this in, which I'm going to, a little bit more. So let's go to this forehead situation that she has. All right, so we know here, I want to kind of come down close to the eyebrow. You see how we're doing that? That's why I just sketched those in. And I want to bring her in. And I'm going to bring her in a bit. All right. And that's it. Just a little bit, maybe an inch over from the eyebrows. And don't worry about connecting that yet because we're going to do hair and everything. So this is the basic drawing that we're going to do. And you can see right now, it's like anybody who's done crafts, right? Arts or crafts, anything, whether you start out with a mixed media or jewelry, whatever it is. A lot of the times you start out with something and it doesn't look anything like you intended it to. Sometimes it's a heck of a lot better. But that's kind of where we are right now. Now I can see, looking into the camera, that this side's a little wonky. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I'm going to take it down a little bit. And then take off that line I did. And that just gives us a basic for when we start our goth girl. Start painting her. Now I'm going to do a little neck, and I just do like this and like this. And you can go on with your bad self and do, you know, if you want to do shoulders or whatever. I don't even know what we're going to do there yet. But that's basically it. And like I said, nobody's face is completely equal on both sides. So, you know, you can look at this now and go back and say, oh, you know what? I want this, you know. But right now we have the basic of our goth girl. If you want her to be cheekier, have bigger, you know, wider cheeks, all you got to do is bring it out and make her face wider. It's up to you. Make it what you want. And this is step one. And we're going to make her into a very cool goth. We're going to do her makeup and just make her really, really cool. But this is step one, is to get her ready. I don't want to keep you here for another half hour doing this. But that's just basically how you draw. And if you watch this, and she doesn't have to be a goth girl, practice. This is the way, you know, I always feel bad because I get a lot of new people on my channel, and, you know, for them to go back through all my videos to learn all this stuff is quite a feat. I do know on YouTube, if you go to my main Knitting and Things page on YouTube, there's a search bar. And you can search in my videos, and whatever you put in, if you put in how to draw a face, mixed media, jewelry making, whatever, it'll come up whatever videos I have of that. It does make it a bit easier, but a lot of people, you know, don't have, either they're just new to YouTube or don't have the patience to go through or whatever. Now we're also going to do eyelashes on her, and we're going to, you know, do her up a little bit. But this is stage 1, and I'm very excited because I love to do this kind of art. So this is the first one over here, and you see the face, how different. And then that's the second one. And again, none of this is set in stone. We can go back and really, but when you start shading and her eyes to make them dark, and to her hair, and really, you'll really see her come to life. So this is stage 1. So that's it. As always, be kind to each other. You never know about somebody else is fighting. I want to thank you guys for all your messages, all your emails. I have not checked them since Thursday. I'm just getting on, checking everything today. And it's quite overwhelming in a good way, but might take me a few days to get back to most of you. But I wanted to put this up for Veronica to start, and for all the people who write me and ask about doing a more structured face, more of a realistic face. Now we can do so many different things on her to make her a little bit even more realistic, and we're just going to play around and have fun. So that's it, guys. Of course, any questions, you can hit me up on my email, on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. You can leave questions and comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And I just want to thank every one of you guys for being so loving and supportive. I cannot stand it. I am so blessed. So I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye-bye.